look at Randy Orton slithering.
Oh, watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out!
Now before y'all get on me, I'm not saying that the Z fighters are useless. It's just that they're less reliable when Goku's not around. And no, I'm not talking about the super version of them, because low-key, some of them were putting in work during the Tournament of Power. I'm talking about the Z version of them, specifically during the Saiyan saga. And oh boy, I got a lot of shit to unpack during the Saiyan saga. So let's get into this video. Alright, so Vegeta and Nappa finally pull up to Earth. And the moment they arrive on Earth, well, let's just say they get straight into business. Nappa, air this bitch out. Hey, say less, man. I got you. Yeah, so they just completely decide to eviscerate a whole city. And right after destroying a whole city, their scouters finally pick up Gohan's and Piccolo's power levels. And they just start flying right towards them. Piccolo senses the two Saiyans coming and tells Gohan to get ready and to fight. And while Piccolo and Gohan were waiting for the two Saiyans to arrive, Piccolo senses another being coming, which completely scares Piccolo, thinking this shit was about to be a 3-on-2. But really, it was just a false alarm, because all it was just Krillin. So after the gang waits a little bit, Nappa and Vegeta finally arrive. And once Nappa and Vegeta get a good look at 3 of the Z fighters, they automatically come to the conclusion that they really aren't shit. Granted, the Z fighters were probably concealing their power at the time, but that really didn't matter to Nappa and Vegeta, because they knew even if they were going full power, that they still wouldn't be shit. So after realizing that all these 3 motherfuckers are low-key kinda trash, Nappa starts planting all these Saibamen seeds, after which the Saibamen would then start sprouting out the ground. And I don't know if it's just me or not, but why the hell do all these Saibamen look hella fried? Like, what in the world did Nappa and Vegeta put inside of those seeds? Anyway, the Saibamen just start attacking the Z fighters. And I don't know what type of sorry ass training Piccolo was giving to Gohan, but why in the world is Gohan just standing there looking confused as fuck? Like, that training must have been hella ass for Gohan to be looking mad lost right now. So while the Z fighters are fighting for their life against the Saibamen, one of the Saibamen manages to get behind Gohan and tackle him. Piccolo tells Gohan to get his shit together or else they're gonna die. And while Piccolo was trying to motivate Gohan to fight, Tien and Chaozu pull up. About damn time y'all finally showed up. Sorry I was late. I was trying to convince Chaozu not to fucking come, but he came anyways.
What?
No diddy, bitch. And just when it looked like the Z fighters were about to fight the Saibamen again, Yamcha then pulls up. And notice how he turns around? Like, this man Yamcha is trying so hard to aurify him right now. Like, bro, Yamcha, you're not the main character. Calm down. And why in the world was Yamcha the last person to join the fight? Like, does this man really think he's the protagonist? After Yamcha was done aura farming, Tien wants to run a quick fade with one of the Saibamen. And while Tien was fighting one of the Saibamen then shoots out this acidic, can I even say that? Whatever this is. And then Tien proceeds to jump out of the way, going behind the Saibamen and then completely just elbowing it, which would completely incapacitate it. So while everybody's celebrating for Tien, Vegeta just decides to completely murder the Saibamen. And everyone was looking mad shocked and scared a little. Even Nappa's ass was looking a little startled. Hey Krillin, you don't mind if I beat the rest of these fightermen, right? Shit dude, go right ahead. So Yamcha then decides to be the next person to fight one of the Saibamen. And I won't lie, he was low-key putting in that work. But we all know that all good things must come to an end. And after it looked like that Yamcha finished off the Saibamen, well, you guys know what happened next. I whooped one of your lame ass foddermen and y'all were gassing them up too. Crazy work. Maybe he's not sorry. Wait, hold up. Oh, you've gotta be fucking And I won't lie, but after Yamcha's death, it low-key went downhill for the Z fighters because almost half of them went down like flies before Goku came. Also, why is Bulma crying like she isn't about to marry the man that indirectly caused her boyfriend's death? Like, Bulma low-key had to be fake crying in the scene because we all know she does not give a fuck about Yamcha at all. After seeing Yamcha just get put in a pack, Krillin begins charging up his attack. And after he finishes charging up his attack, he unleashes it and basically kills almost all the Saibamen. His attack even hit Nappa and Vegeta, but that shit barely did anything to them. After Krillin finished his attack, the last Saibaman tries to catch Gohan off guard, but after seeing Yamcha and Gohan both get sneaked previously, Piccolo is not fucking with that sneaking shit.
You're not getting to me.
Now that the Z fighters are finished fighting the Saibamen, now they actually gotta fight Nappa and Vegeta. And this is the part where I say they're hella unreliable without Goku. Because even though if they were kinda doing okay with the Saibamen, they were doing pretty awful against Nappa, and you're about to see why. So Nappa starts charging at Krillin, right? Piccolo then gets in the way and then charges up a key attack and then proceeds to release it directly at Nappa. But Nappa effortlessly moves out the way and absolutely kicks the shit out of Piccolo. And just look at Piccolo's expression here. Like, you can tell this man's in a lot of pain after that kick. Had that man Piccolo gasping for air, like holy shit. Nappa starts charging up his next attack, and you can tell this next attack is about to be dangerous because the whole ground is literally shaking. Nappa fires off a key beam at Chaozu, and then he starts coming after Tien. And this is where shit just hits the fucking fan. Because once Nappa attacks Tien, Tien blocks his attack, but literally one of Tien's hands turned red just because he blocked Nappa's attack. So after he blocked the attack, Nappa comes again for another attack, and this time, well, let's just say it doesn't look pretty.
And look at Randy Orton slithering.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out!
Yeah, that's right. This man Nappa literally chopped off one of Tien's arms just by punching him. Nappa tries to finish off the job, but luckily Tien manages to fly out the way and charge up a blast. But before Tien could fire off the blast, Nappa just flies up and kicks his head. And just look at this man Tien, bro. This man just got folded by Walmart Mr. Clean. Granted, they're both bald, but that's still a little embarrassing. Krillin's trash ass tries to save Tien, but Nappa sees Krillin running and Nappa just tries to bomb him. Chaozu comes out of nowhere and then grabs onto Nappa's back and then explodes, but that shit absolutely does nothing. No, like literally when I say that shit did nothing, it did nothing. Like I don't even see a scratch on Nappa's face. Tien tries to attack Nappa with just one arm, and now that I think about it, but can't Tien just summon like 3 other arms? I guess this man's been getting his ass beat so badly that he just basically forgot. Nappa gut punches Tien and Tien gets sent flying, crashing into a rock. Nappa then flies up into the air and then tries to rush down Tien, but before he could rush him, Piccolo comes in and smacks the taste out of Nappa, and then Krillin appears and also smacks Nappa. So then Piccolo tells Gohan to finish off the attack by firing off a ki blast at Nappa, and if he did, then they could have done some critical damage to Nappa, but instead Gohan just fumbles the bag and just runs away. Seeing that Gohan ran away, both Piccolo and Krillin both fire off beam attacks to finish off the combo, but Nappa just dodged both beam attacks. Piccolo and Krillin then make 2 clones of themselves, and you'd think since there's like 6 of them now, they'd just be able to win just by jumping Nappa, but you'd be dead wrong, because this man Nappa is still whooping their asses even though there's 6 of them now. After Piccolo and Krillin get their ass dropped by Nappa again, Gohan runs to Piccolo to see if he's okay, but after seeing Gohan just fumble the bag, Piccolo does not want to see his ass and he just smacks him away. And shit, I don't even blame Piccolo, because you're telling me we were this close to beating our opponent, but your ass just wanted to randomly freeze up and not attack? Like you were literally in the wilderness for like 6 months running away from dinosaurs. Why are you freezing up now? Tien uses the last bit of energy to fire off a beam directly at Nappa, and even though it did a decent amount of damage to Nappa, it still wasn't enough to kill Nappa. And then using the last bit of his energy, Tien just rolls over and just fucking dies. So now we have Yamcha, Chaozu, and even Tien dead on the battlefield. Like at this point, just give up and let evil win, bro. And the crazy part is Nappa didn't even really kill any of the Z fighters. Most of them died on their own, and one of them got eliminated by a Saibaman. Low-key kinda diabolical if you think about it. So Krillin's crying for Daddy Goku, and Vegeta's like, wait, Goku? You mean Kakarot? And Krillin's like, yeah. And then Vegeta's like, you know what? Let's stop fighting for like 1 hour until Kakarot arrives. So they wait 1 hour for Goku to arrive, and after he doesn't arrive, they just resume their battle. Krillin starts sprinting at Nappa, and it looks like that Krillin's about to attack Nappa, but that shit's just a pump fake. Piccolo then comes from behind Nappa and grabs his tail, and you'd think since he grabbed his tail that Nappa would be vulnerable, but you'd be sorely mistaken, because this man Nappa elbows the shit out of Piccolo. Nappa then tosses Piccolo's unconscious body to Gohan, and then he walks over to Gohan and tells Gohan that he low-key could have been him since he's a half Saiyan. But key word, could've. And then he just continues beating on Gohan. Krillin then smacks Nappa before he could put his nephew on a t-shirt. And then finally uses the Destructo Disc, just to fucking miss. But to be fair, if Vegeta didn't make that quick call out, then maybe Nappa would have been in a pack right now. Nappa then shoots a blast and Krillin manages to dodge, but the explosion still catches him. And before Nappa could get another blast in, Piccolo finally wakes up and shoots the back of Nappa. And I won't lie, even though Piccolo's been getting ragdoll this whole arc, he's low-key the MVP of the Saiyan saga. Because even though this man's been getting beat on by Nappa, he's the only Z fighter to have a lick of sense. Honestly, he might have been able to beat Nappa if his teammates weren't hella sorry. Nappa then sprints down Gohan trying to finally get rid of this kid, but Gohan all of a sudden just randomly locks in and just kicks the absolute mess out of Nappa, sending this man flying into a nearby rock. And everyone's looking mad confused as hell because ain't no way this was the same kid that froze up in the middle of battle. Like, Gohan, where was this type of energy during the start of the fight, bro? Nappa starts crashing the fuck out. And shit, I don't even blame him, because if I got disrespected by a 5-year-old, I would low-key crash out too. Nappa then shoots out this fat ass key beam, and just when it looked like that Gohan is finally finished, Piccolo then comes in clutch and then uses his own body to protect Gohan from getting hit from the blast. And just like that, Piccolo finally gets dropped. And after seeing Piccolo die, Gohan charges this Masako to try and get back for Piccolo, but obviously we know that shit doesn't work and Nappa just smacks away the blast. And now that Gohan ran out of ki and is now officially exhausted, all hope looks lost, as basically all the Z fighters are now dead. And as Nappa slowly walks towards an exhausted Gohan ready to stomp this man out, guess who arrives? Bye bye. Huh? What the fuck? Wait a damn minute. He's really here. Pops is finally fucking here. Well, we finally meet at last. Kakarot.